Ov put on his suit and his best shirt, not out of vanity but out of habit. Order mattered to him. Dignity mattered. He covered the floor carefully, locked and unlocked the door with deliberate thought, and checked his pockets one last time, making sure everything was in its proper place. Even at the edge of despair, he did not want to inconvenience anyone else. That was the kind of man he had always been. This is how the story of a man called Otto begins. Harsh in name, heavy in tone, yet unexpectedly gentle by the time you reach the end. It is a novel that sounds cruel and hopeless, but quietly refuses to be either. That contrast is precisely why so many readers are drawn to it. No one truly wants to finish a book feeling that both life and hope are worthless. We long for stories that hurt, yes, but also heal. Ov is 59 years old when his company lets him go. New technology replaces him just as easily as outdated electronics are discarded. His wife, Sonja, died 6 months earlier. What Ove does not fully realize, though, everyone else does, is that he has never been good at communicating with people. His words are sharp, unforgiving, often cruel. He speaks in criticism the way others speak in kindness. And yet, Ov is not unfamiliar. Many of us recognize him immediately. He resembles the elderly figures in our own lives, rigid, easily angered, deeply lonely, living inside a world that grows smaller and quieter with age. When no one enters that world anymore, every disturbance feels like an attack. Sensitivity turns into hostility. Rules become armor. Every morning, Ov patrols his neighborhood. Cars must be parked correctly. Trash bins must be aligned. If he does not maintain order, he believes everything will collapse. He points his finger like a baton, scolding those who displease him. But unlike a mere complainer, Ov acts. He sorts trash himself. He reports violations. He helps fix what others neglect, all while muttering insults under his breath. He despises new technology but still helps neighbors park their cars. He resists new rules at first, but once he accepts them, he follows them more strictly than anyone else. His principles are unyielding, often to the point of appearing inhuman. Warmth exists inside him, but it is buried beneath an obsession with fairness and rules, leaving him incapable of expressing tenderness in conventional ways. This rigidity did not come from nowhere. Ov lost his mother young. At 16, his father died in an accident. From his father, Ov inherited an uncompromising moral code: honesty, responsibility, dignity. When he found a lost wallet as a child, his father made him return it. When his father died, Ov tried to repay money his father had borrowed in advance, refusing charity even when it was offered. To Ove, principles were not flexible guidelines. They were the backbone of existence. That backbone, however, made life unbearably hard. He was betrayed, misunderstood, and treated unfairly. His house was lost, compensation denied, trust broken. His youth was shaped by injustice. The war taught him that systems fail honest people. The single great fortune of his life was Sonja. She was gentle where he was rigid, warm where he was cold. She understood him. She gave him a reason to believe that being principled still mattered. When tragedy struck and Sonja's life changed forever, she refused to surrender to despair. She rebuilt meaning through teaching, through persistence, through hope. In doing so, she anchored Ov to life itself. Ov loved Sonja not with words but with actions. He built ramps overnight so she could move freely. He fixed pathways so the world would remain accessible to her. THIS was how he loved, concretely, obsessively, faithfully. Sonja was his lighthouse. When she died, the light went out. At first, Ov continued to live by imagining what Sonja would approve of. Later, even that disappeared. Without her, without work, without recognition, he could no longer understand why his sacrifices mattered. The world saw only a bitter old man. He saw no reason to stay. What makes the novel extraordinary is that meaning does not return through grand revelation or romantic salvation. IT returns through interruption. Neighbors arrive. Accidents happen. People need help. Again and again, Ov is pulled back, not because he wants to be, but because he is needed. A car accident, a medical emergency, children with nowhere to go, an unwanted cat. Each time, Ove complains. Each time, he helps anyway. SLOWLY. It becomes clear that while OVE believes himself hated, he is in fact relied upon. HIS harsh exterior masks a reputation everyone understands. If something goes wrong, OVE will fix it. The man who thinks he has no place in the world is, in reality, woven deeply into it. In the end, Ov stands up not only for others, but against the coldness of systems that separate people in the name of efficiency. He chooses connection over isolation, solidarity over rules. Through this, he reconciles with his neighbor Sand, with himself. Years later, Ov dies peacefully. His funeral is crowded. The neighborhood remembers him not as a monster, but as a man who showed up when it mattered. This is why the novel endures. IT offers a long, patient explanation for people who are easily misunderstood. In a world growing more rational, distant, and transactional, gentleness becomes expensive. Technology and desire remain cold. love and hope are the only things that stay warm. And perhaps that is the quiet promise of this story. Even the hardest people are not empty, only exhausted, and sometimes all they need is to be seen.